Hello everybody, my name is Starraptor and welcome to the channel. It's another Sunday and that means it's another episode of Star Wars Resistance that I'm breaking down. This time it's for Season 2, Episode 3, titled Live Fire. So this one is basically at its core the difference between the flight training in the Resistance and the First Order, so we get the point of view from both Kazuda Xiono as well as Tamra Vora, and she continues to struggle with, is the First Order really the thing that she thought it was? Now that she's actually in there alongside Jace Rucklin flying the TIE fighters, she is, constantly being bombarded with these mixed signals like, okay, maybe this isn't really what I should be doing. I'm trying to save Jace Rucklin, trying to be a hero, and the First Order doesn't want that to happen. They want everybody to be, laser pointed just to the direction of the mission, and that is it. Whereas you have the Resistance, you have all these guys kind of teaming up together to complete a task, and they're in it together, whereas the First Order seems like it could be more individualized. So I want to break down specific points of this episode, and I do think that the major draw point here is just getting more into this difference between the First Order and the Resistance, and seeing how, like, Kaz is coming along. He is trying to train these racers, these aces, to become more team-oriented, where before they were more individualistic, which is kind of how the First Order is, which is very interesting. I really liked seeing Hype, Phazon, and what he was going through, because he kind of characterizes the rest of the aces, where he's very much used to being that sole racer, and that's all he's there for. But now their life is on the line. They have to work as a team, and throughout this episode, you really do see that Hype transforms. You see him in the beginning of the episode, he does not want to listen to Tam, or he doesn't want to listen to Tor, he doesn't want to listen to Kaz, and by the end of this episode, he comes around, and it's just like a good personification of what is going on with everybody else in the aces there, and just seeing how their prowess as space starfighter pilots is really going to benefit the Colossus in these times of absolute need. I thought the animation of the flight was really cool, especially how they were in this planetary atmosphere that was very much like foggy and snow, and then they had this, this other entity that they were fighting against to help make them more of a team. We have Yeager, who is the commander. He used to be part of the rebellion. Remember, he was on the Battle of Jakku, so this guy has he's got a lot of clout to him. Even though we have Griff Halloran, by the way, I love that we actually had Steven Stan actually doing so many lines for this character, and I've always been intrigued by Griff Halloran, right? He's this ex-grunt imperial military guy, and he's always just like hanging out, just swinging back the space beer or whatever you want to call it, and he actually delves into the Empire and saying like, hey, look, the First Order, they are not going to stop trying to find us. They're going to keep trying to find us and snuff out the Resistance, anything left. So seeing him from that stance, was something I wanted to see for a while now. I thought we would get it in Season 1, but it looks like in Season 2, we're really going to get more into these ace pods. We even have Bo Keevil, who I think spoke the very first line that he's ever said. I thought this guy was a mute. I believe he might be voiced by Dave Filoni. Correct me if I'm wrong. It does seem like the character at Dave Filoni, the type of character that he would actually lend his voice to, like he did in Chopper for Star Wars Rebels. But other than that, I'm saying that, like, the one thing that was a negative for me is not seeing the discipline for Tamra Vora and Rucklin. We have this new flight instructor. Well, she's not new, but she's new to us as viewers of the show. I'm not sure what her name is. They mentioned it a few times, I'm not recalling. But she kind of just left these guys off the hook. She got wrung out by Commander Pryor for, like, what the heck is going on with this flight training. But she basically, scolded them, and that was it. I was expecting her to, like, maybe say, okay, Rucklin, you have to get reconditioned, or you have to get brain scraped, or whatever it is to kind of change your ways. Or same thing with, we know that Tamra Vora needs to be who she is now to keep communication with the Resistance. But all in all, this episode was a generally good episode. It wasn't as good as the last episode, but it does more world building as far as, like, okay, we have to get better as a team with flying. It makes perfect sense that these racers are not going to make good coordinated pathways and tactics because they're not used to working as a team. So this episode really did make a lot of sense, and plus we're getting more First Order training. We're seeing that the First Order is using live fire, hence the episode title. whereas the Resistance is using Stun Blast. So you can see right there, like, the First Order doesn't care about their people. They just don't want to see themselves lose. So if they have to sacrifice a couple of people, so be it. They'll just recondition more people to take the spot. So that being said, that is my review for Livefyre Season 3, Episode 3. Resistance is well underway. We have 19 episodes left this season. How have you guys been enjoying Star Wars Resistance? Let's talk about it in the comment section below. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome. Please feel free to subscribe to the channel, as I will be talking a lot about Star Wars. This is the biggest time for Star Wars that we've had maybe ever. I mean, we have a brand new live action series, The Mandalorian, coming out. We have a brand new single player Star Wars game called Jedi Fallen Order coming out. And we have The Last of the Skywalker Saga, The Rise of Skywalker. So yeah, if you want to keep up to date on everything going, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. That way you'll never miss another video. That is going to do it for me, Star Raptor. Thank you so much for watching, guys. And may the Force be with you always. Thanks for checking out the video. Please hit that thumbs up symbol. It helps me know that I'm making content that you guys enjoy. And if you enjoyed this video, I also include 2 videos down below you guys should check out. And please consider subscribing to this channel. It helps support me, and it notifies you guys of when I get new videos up on the channel. You can also contact me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at StarRaptor.